My name is Walter Brennan, and I'm 87 years old. I live alone in a small house in Vermont, and I'm going to tell you something that will probably sound impossible. The first hour after you wake up shapes your health more than your age, more than your genetics, more than almost anything else you do all day. I didn't always know this. I learned it the hard way, watching people I loved deteriorate while I somehow stayed strong. And the difference wasn't luck. It was 47 minutes. 47 minutes every morning. 7 simple habits that cost nothing, require no equipment, and have kept me independent, healthy, and vibrant well into my late 80s. I'm not special. I'm not genetically blessed. My father died at 64. My brother at 71. But I'm still here. Still chopping my own wood. Still walking 3 miles without thinking twice about it. And I'm going to show you exactly how. This isn't some feel-good ritual or morning meditation nonsense. This is a tested system. Each habit builds on the one before it. Each one serves a specific biological purpose, and together they create something remarkable, a body that adapts and thrives instead of slowly breaking down. Let me take you through my morning, step by step, and explain why each piece matters. The first thing I do when I wake up, before I even sit up, is drink water. Room temperature, not cold. A full glass sitting on my bedside table from the night before. I drink it slowly while I'm still lying down. Then I do something that probably seems strange. I lie completely still for 10 more minutes and I breathe. 5 seconds in through my nose, 5 seconds out through my mouth. That's it. 5 in, 5 out for 10 full minutes. Why? Because your body doesn't wake up the same way at 87 that it did at 27. When you sleep, your heart rate drops, your blood pressure lowers, your stress hormones are at their minimum. If you jolt awake and immediately start moving, you're forcing your cardiovascular system to spike without preparation. That breathing pattern, that 5-5 cycle, it eases the transition. It signals your body that it's safe to wake up gradually. Cortisol rises smoothly instead of spiking. Your blood pressure adjusts, and you start the day from a place of calm instead of stress. I learned this from watching my neighbor Richard. He was 72, healthy enough, or so it seemed. Every morning he'd jump out of bed the second his alarm went off, rush to make coffee, hurry through his routine. One Tuesday morning, he stood up too fast and collapsed. Stroke, gone within a week. The doctors said it could have happened any time, but I couldn't stop thinking about those frantic mornings. That constant jarring of his system from rest to rush. After my breathing, I sit up. But I don't stand. Not yet. I sit on the edge of my bed for 2 full minutes, feet on the floor, hands on my knees, just sitting. Letting gravity do its work, letting my blood pressure adjust to being upright. Then, and only then, I stand slowly. The moment I'm standing, I do calf raises, 10 on each foot. Just lifting my heel off the ground and lowering it back down. Sounds trivial, doesn't it? It's not. Your calves are pumps. They push blood back up from your legs to your heart. After 8 hours lying down, that system needs priming. Those 10 raises per foot activate the venous return, prevent dizziness, and dramatically reduce fall risk. I've done this every morning for 16 years. In that time, I've fallen exactly once. And that was on ice. My sister-in-law, Patricia, never did anything like this. She'd leap out of bed every morning, proud of her energy. She fell 4 times in 2 years. The last one broke her hip. She never recovered her independence. The difference between her trajectory and mine wasn't genetics. It was 10 calf raises per foot. Next, I do something that sounds almost lazy, but it's one of the most important parts of my entire morning. I lie back down on the floor right there beside my bed, and I put 2 pillows under my knees. This tilts my pelvis slightly. Then I just lie there for exactly 7 minutes. I set a timer. 7 minutes, no more, no less. Here's what's happening. While you sleep, your spinal discs compress. They lose fluid. When you wake up and immediately start moving, you're grinding bone on bone without that crucial cushioning. Those 7 minutes with your knees elevated allow your discs to rehydrate. The gentle tilt releases pressure. When I stand up after those 7 minutes, my back feels 20 years younger. I haven't had chronic back pain in over a decade, and I used to wake up stiff every single morning. I knew a man named George who refused to slow down in the morning. He was proud of his efficiency, in and out of bed in 2 minutes flat. By 75, he could barely stand upright. His spine had compressed so much he'd lost 2 inches of height. He spent his last years hunched over in constant pain. 7 minutes. That's all it would have taken. After my spinal rest, I get up and I go to the bathroom. And here's where most people are damaging themselves without knowing it. The way you sit on the toilet matters. I sit upright, shoulders back, spine straight. No slouching, no hunching forward, no straining. This preserves your pelvic floor. For men, it protects the prostate. For women, it prevents bladder prolapse. Poor posture on the toilet, especially as you age, leads to chronic pelvic floor damage. That damage means more frequent bathroom trips, incontinence, discomfort, loss of dignity. I go to the bathroom maybe 3 times a day. I know men my age who go 10, 12 times. The difference isn't their bladder, it's their posture over decades. While I'm still in the bathroom, I do something my nurse friend taught me years ago. I stand in front of the mirror and I massage my abdomen, clockwise, always clockwise, following the path of my large intestine. 3 minutes, firm pressure, starting at my lower right side and moving up, across, and down. This wakes up my digestion. It improves blood flow to my gut. It moves gas that accumulated overnight. The nurse who taught me this, her name was Eleanor. She worked in a gastroenterology clinic for 30 years. She said half the patients she saw could have avoided their problems with this one simple practice. Chronic constipation, bloating, cramping, all of it connected to stagnant digestion. 3 minutes of massage every morning and my digestion works like clockwork. I haven't needed a laxative in 15 years. Then comes the part people think I'm crazy for. I walk outside barefoot and I stand in the cold for 5 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's winter or summer, I want cold. Cold grass, cold ground, cold air on my skin. 5 minutes, that's it. This does something remarkable. It activates brown fat, the kind of fat that generates heat and burns calories. It triggers a release of norepinephrine, which sharpens your focus and boosts your immune system. I get sick maybe once every 2 years. A cold that lasts 3 days. That's it. My doctor can't believe it. But the research is clear. Controlled cold exposure, even brief, creates profound immune resilience. I watched my cousin Martin baby himself his whole life. Always warm, always comfortable, always avoiding any discomfort. He caught every bug that went around. Spent weeks sick every winter. Died at 74 from pneumonia because his immune system couldn't mount a defense. 5 minutes of cold. That's the difference between resilience and fragility. The last habit is the simplest and maybe the most important. The moment I come back inside from the cold, I make my bed. No delay, no distraction. I walk straight to my bedroom and I make the bed properly. Corners tucked, pillows arranged, everything neat. This isn't about aesthetics. It's about discipline. That small act, done immediately, signals order. It creates momentum. It tells my brain that I'm in control of my environment and my day. And that discipline ripples outward. My house stays clean. My tasks get done. My life stays structured. Discipline in one area breeds discipline in every area. I knew a man, his name was Douglas, brilliant guy, successful career, but his personal life was chaos. Unmade bed, cluttered house, no structure to his days. He retired and fell apart within a year. No routine, no purpose, no discipline holding him together. He deteriorated fast. Depression, health problems, isolated in his own mess. Making your bed won't cure depression, but the discipline it represents that matters more than people realize. So let me walk you through the full sequence one more time, because each habit reinforces the next. Hydration wakes your system gently. Breathing calms your stress response. Sitting prevents dizziness. Calf raises prime your circulation. Spinal rest rehydrates your discs. Proper bathroom posture protects your pelvic floor. Abdominal massage wakes digestion. Cold exposure sharpens immunity and focus. Making your bed cultivates discipline. And discipline maintains a healthy body into old age. The total time is 47 minutes. That's all. Not an hour, not a complicated routine. 47 minutes that create a foundation for everything else you do that day. I'm not telling you this because I wrote a book or built a brand. I'm telling you this because I've watched too many people I loved deteriorate and die when they didn't have to. My brother, my neighbor, my cousin, my sister-in-law, all of them gone before their time. Not because of genetics, not because of bad luck, because they didn't have a system. They left their health to chance, and chance is cruel. Here's what I want you to do. Start tomorrow. Set your alarm 47 minutes earlier. Follow the 7 steps exactly as I've described them. Hydration and breathing, seated transition and calf raises, spinal rest, proper bathroom posture, abdominal massage, cold exposure. Make your bed, do it for 1 week and observe what happens to your body. I know most people won't do this. They'll read it, think it sounds interesting, and change nothing. But you're not most people. You're someone who cares enough to listen this far. You're someone who wants to be the person others notice years from now, still mobile, still clear-minded, still independent. The research is clear. Longevity doesn't come from genetics alone. It comes from structured daily patterns that train your body to adapt and thrive. These 7 habits form a compact, forceful blueprint. They make aging a manageable, even empowering journey instead of an inevitable decline. Your future self is counting on you. The person you'll be at 75, at 85, at 95, that person's quality of life is being determined by what you do tomorrow morning. Begin now. Commit. Let these 47 minutes redefine your health trajectory. I'm 87 years old, living alone in Vermont, chopping my own wood, walking my own miles, living my own life. Not because I was lucky, because I built a system and I followed it every single day. You can do the same. The question is whether you will. Start tomorrow. Your body is waiting.